it's a lot easier to mix if you throw it in hot water, but since this stuff is like powder, hold up, boom, Pablo Escobar. All right, so this thing says it has like 114 milligrams of caffeine, so it's something pretty light. I'd say if you guys are barely getting into the gym, I would really recommend it, because you probably don't want to, oh no, started fizzing up. Check it out. I don't know if you guys can see that. Can you guys see that? It's gonna fall if you guys do take pre a little more often, I would say that this is more of like a pick-me-up. Let's just say you're drinking this thing in the morning and you're like, you know what, I need something like that's other than coffee. You know, I don't want to drink coffee. I'm not a coffee person. I mean, this has about the same amount, so it's like, I'd say slightly more, obviously, because it is an energy drink, but okay. So I could see the little bubbles are coming out of it, but okay, so the taste is actually pretty good, but we're gonna have to see how it does in the gym. So is this thing actually gonna give me some focus, or is it gonna, you know, hype me up a little bit? But I don't know, we're just gonna have to see. So I will let you guys know. So check it out. Oops, let's see if this focuses. Again, it is pretty much zero sugar with some B vitamins, and that's the flavor. Dude, it's so hot. Oh my gosh. All right, if you guys do like bubbly energy drinks, I would suggest it. And if you like the marito and you're Hispanic, or you just like the flavor of this stuff, I would say go for it. All right, I were to say that if you guys are experienced with caffeine, this is probably not gonna be for you. And if you are an experienced lifter overall, I would say that this is pretty decent even still. Me, I stopped taking caffeine a little while ago. I stopped buying pre just because it felt like I was getting too stimulated. Also, it's not very good for you. My only complaint with it is that I got kind of thirsty. I'm sure that's because of the caffeine and, you know, all the other stuff that's in it. But it's pretty cool. If you guys have seen the Jarritos drinks, the sodas, it tastes similar to it. I wouldn't say it tastes exactly like it. Yeah, those things, I were to say they're a little bit better because they have sugar. This thing doesn't have any sugar, but if you like drinking those, it's gonna taste a little similar. But yeah, so far, done with the leg workout. Did a couple drop sets. Probably did 4 to 5 sets of seated leg presses. I did isolation hammies and quads. I also did, obviously, calves till failure. Although today did feel kind of off. You know, I didn't feel like it was the best lift for legs. I was shaking for sure. My legs were shaking. I would have wanted to wring out the towel a little bit, you know, just to make sure I got every bit. It was a pretty good lift. It wasn't like super crazy amazing. You know, I'm laying on the floor, you know, out of breath type stuff. While I did just about get there, I feel like I could have gone a little more. I guess I just have things to do today that really kind of push me a little bit, because at the same time I do have to do stuff on Sunday and Monday, and it's gonna be a little difficult. I also did want to say that last week was the week that I didn't upload, and it was really, really rough. I had a lot of, I guess I just had so much to do. Like, I had probably like 4 tests due, weekend and weekday, and I just really wasn't able to upload and, you know, find the time to, you know, record and then edit. We're gonna be trying to hop on continuous uploads. I know that probably, most likely next week I will be dropping as well. Yeah, it's gonna be by at least Saturday or Sunday. And the thing is, with uploading right now, it is pretty solid. It's just the fact that I missed last week. I wasn't able to do it because I just had stuff going on and it wasn't that great. Yeah, if you guys, yeah, so I'm gonna cut to my house now. All right, well, we're back home, and I'm gonna be showing you guys, boom, what do I take? What are my supplements? What am I taking for the gym? So, we're gonna do a little bit of unboxing. Starting off, boom, some creatine. I think this stuff's pretty good, mainly because I've been taking it since I've actually started the gym. So it's been approximately about 4 years. But yeah, this stuff's pretty good. I mean, honestly, it is pretty researched. I mean, you guys can do your own research as well on it, but for the most part, it doesn't really matter what type of creatine you have. Creatine monohydrate is like the most basic, most popular one. And this one is more of a powder because I've had the Optimum Nutrition one, and that stuff is like very grainy, and it's like kind of difficult to mix. I mean, it's a lot easier to mix if you throw it in hot water, but since this stuff is like powder, hold up, boom, Pablo Escobar. Oops, I forgot to put the scoop back in. But if you guys toss this in like some juice or water, you shouldn't really taste it. You probably will taste it. It's a little more like textured more than anything, but for sure this is like a must if you're going to the gym and you're doing bodybuilding or even powerlifting. This stuff is pretty good. Some fish oils. This stuff is like pretty good. I heard it's for your heart. Yeah, well, I mean, it's right there in the front. It's for your heart, but I would use this for inflammation because I think that's what it helps with. So I'm taking fish oil. I am also taking some magnesium because this stuff right here, hold up, I don't know if you guys can see it, but it says energy production, and I did my research on these like a little while ago. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna leave in the description, you know, something a little more descriptive, but for now I'm just giving you guys like a rough estimate of what I take. MultiVites, yeah, that's how you call them, right? But I take these every once in a while, probably once a day. If I'm cutting, if I'm bulking, I don't take these, mainly because I'm already getting the nutrients from my food. But if you guys are cutting, this is a cutting essential. As well, I'm getting some vitamin B12s, which can help with energy production. As well, I use this when I cut. Also, it's cherry flavored and it's from Kirkland, so why not? That stuff I use for cutting. Zinc, I've also researched it, and again, I'm not sure what it does, but I will add a description in the fish oils, magnesium, zinc, creatine, very important. You just take like 5 grams a day. This thing says when you're bulking, you should probably throw in like what? 4, oh my gosh. All right, so this thing says that you have to take 1 scoop, which is 5 grams. 4 times a day, which is really crazy. That's like 4 times the recommended amount. It shouldn't really be much of a problem. I don't really suggest taking more than 5 grams just because it'll probably mess with your stomach like a lot. When I do take this, my stomach does start feeling a little more, how do you say it? Like I can feel it in my stomach. I don't know how to describe it, but it's, I guess you could say it's like a sensitivity thing. So if you guys are sensitive or have a sensitive stomach, definitely don't take more than 5. So usually what I also do that is pretty important, you want to grab some of these vitamin sorting cabinet things. So like you just kind of pop them open and then you'll measure what you have for the week. I bought the double on Amazon just because it was like a little cheaper, because when you buy these things individually, they're probably not going to be as cheap. I mean, if you're not going to use it, you know, or if you're not going to use both of them, you can just use one of them. Just take it out of the little encasing. So we're going to do that right now. So this stuff is kind of like candy almost. It's not very, how do you say it, vitamin-y. All right, so this stuff does kind of taste like cherry. So if you guys want to, you just put this in your mouth and it'll dissolve. And you know, there's some that are like that, and there's some that are a little more different. But obviously I got the cherry flavored one just cause I like cherry. All right, so it should look like so. I'm gonna take Sundays already just cause I haven't taken them today. But again, kind of just close these things, and once you're ready, do that. Obviously you don't have to buy this thing, but if you are really busy or you're kind of just forgetful, you're definitely gonna want to take this stuff. And obviously I have my water right here, sponsor me Yeti. And just like that, you know, if you're super busy or you're in school and you don't want to keep track of, all right, you know, let me open like a million cases and then see if I remember if I took these things or not. You know, this stuff's pretty simple. I have been taking these things. This thing is supposed to be like joint health, raspberry. When I first opened it, it was like, it was super red, and I thought it had like red 40 stuff in it, because this is just like concentrated juice for the joint health. And then, what's it called? This one, the mango one. I tried doing my research on this stuff because I didn't want to take anything that's like bad for me. Thankfully, it was pretty decent. If you guys do want to find stuff for like joint health or like antioxidants, stuff like that, you can find it in my, I will link it in the description so you guys can find that stuff. And I'm having a little snack right now, some protein chips. So this stuff, it almost looks like a Cheez-It. These things are supposed to be like chips. Whoa. I don't know if you guys heard that, but it was super crunchy. The macros aren't too bad. Like, I think a bag of these, like a bag of Doritos, would be like 200 calories. But if you guys are craving some protein chips, I would recommend these because these are pretty crunchy. I don't know if you guys can hear it. I've tried the Quest ones, and I would just say that the Quest ones are good, but it almost feels like it disintegrates in my mouth. Like, I bite into it and it turns into dust. And while it is decent, like, it does have low calories, like 120 or 140, and I think 20 grams of protein, which does compensate for it. If you guys do want to try these as well, these things are pretty sick. This thing's gonna help because not only is it gonna make them super fast, but since they're pretty dang small, you can stack them. So you're gonna kind of trick your brain into thinking you're eating more pancakes, but you're actually not. And of course, when it comes to cutting, you just want to make sure that you're eating the right amount of calories. So something that I usually use is calorie counter or calorie calculator. I will put the one that I use in the description as well, but usually you just throw in your information. And I were to say, during these 4 years of bodybuilding, I have gone through a lot of trial and error. While bodybuilding, I've had a lot of ups and downs, and something that I really wish that I knew back then was you gotta have your diet straight, because if you don't have your diet straight, you're not really gonna grow and you're not really gonna cut down correctly. So I remember when I was first cutting for the gym, I was just doing like an hour's worth of cardio, like straight in the morning. And then not only that, what's it called? I would hit my workout, and by the time I'd hit my workout, I'd be depleted of carbs. You know, my glycogen stores are just done, they're cooked. If you guys are starting out, I do want to make it clear that you guys are getting in your workout first, and then you do your cardio. Definitely don't. Oh, and not only that, but you guys do want to make sure you guys are sleeping, because if you're not sleeping, your body's not going to recover at all, and you're kind of just going to be doing a whole lot of nothing. I mean, yeah, you're going to get your diet right, and your training should be pretty intense, but if you're not sleeping, your body's not repairing it, brother, you're cooked. But yeah, that was basically it. This is the whole shebang, what I usually take in cutting day or bulking day. So if you guys do like this video, be sure to give it a like and comment down below. And I won't commit arson, so